Okay, I am going to make a soap mold. So I bought this. This is 24 inches. This is called corrugated plastic sheet. Now 24 inches, so I need my board to be 24 inches also. So it should be cut. It's not quite. Well, anyway, so I will cut this board in half. I'll just measure it. I'll show you how I'll measure it. Oh, it's slipping off here. Okay, so I'll take this, I'll put it against here, and I will make a mark at the end. So this is 24 inches. Okay, it just made a dent. Okay, and then I'll move this over, and I'll measure from the other side, and I'll put another little dent. Oh, it's so hard to work with a tripod. Jeepers. Okay, I'll make another little mark. Okay, so now this paper, this is a little shorter than. Okay, so here's my square. A square is usually made out of metal, and it's exact, absolutely exact. So what you can do is you can line your square up along the edge of your board, so this side, so that this side, the inside, is along your board, the outside of your board, like that, you see? Keep that tight against it, and now you've made it. So keep this tight against it here, and you line this up with your line, and then you make your mark, okay? Once you've got your mark there, then you're ready to cut it. Now, I suggest that you have a skill saw. Okay, a skill saw is a very handy tool. So you put this over at the side of your thing. Now you want something heavy on it so it's not going to fall off. Okay? You're going to plug in your skill saw. See if we can plug it in over here. Okay, so now you've got it cut. You've got it marked right there. You see your mark? So then you're going to take your skill saw, pull this down steady, and put this side of your skill saw on that right there, that part there, that goes right alongside your line. Okay, line it up but leave a little bit of room. Push the button down, pull the handle. Now the saw is still rotating after you've made that cut until it stops making noise. So you don't want to just go set it down on the floor because you could make a cut on the floor. Okay, so now you have two pieces which should be each about the same. There they are the same. Okay, so I only need one of these pieces at the moment. I'm going to make a soapbox, and I'm going to make it wide enough that I can put those there, and then I'm going to fold my paper, my corrugated plastic, by cutting one slice down each side. And then I'm going to set that inside of here. You see that? And now that's going to make the perfect size of my mold. I cut this plastic to. Okay, so now that I know that these are going to come to the very end of my board, I've turned my board and everything upside down, and I'm going to put these at the edge, and then I'm going to screw them in. Let's hope I have enough power in my drill today. Okay, now I can put it in part way, and then I can line it up afterwards to make sure it's exactly in the right spot. Okay, let's do this again. Put it right where I want it, lining the whole board up against that board. then I'm going to finish drilling it in. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the other end of it and do the same thing. Okay, now you need to have them really tight because you don't want your soap to leak out. Oops. But look, it cracked it. So what I'm going to have to do is drill holes first before I can use screws, or else they're going to crack. Now that's going to be okay for me because it's not cracked on the inside. Now alternately you could use hammer and nails. I like screws better. But that means I have to find my drill bits to drill holes. They must be out in the teepee. I can't think of where else they would be. Okay, so now one thing you could do is, okay, now if your screw is going to crack your board, here's another way to do it. Okay, if you don't have a drill bit. Okay, you can drill into it, and when it starts to come out the other end, like that, you see, you reverse it, push the other button, and it'll come back out. And then you can turn it over to the other side, put it back on that same spot, and drill it in. Okay, and so now you have made yourself a hole that goes all the way through that's not going to break. Okay, let's do it again here before my camera turns off yet again. So I find that hole and I go right back into the hole there. You see the hole? I put this right back in the hole. Okay, and so now I have it off of the table when I'm doing this. I was hanging it over here. Okay, so now we're going to have to put one up at the end as well. So we're just pre-drilling it so that we're not going to crack our wood. Okay, now let's see what happens when we put them together. Okay, we'll put this in. Let's hope it works. I've never tried this before. If it works, then it'll go on YouTube. If it won't, it'll be called Experiment. Okay, so here we go. Now, it's still trying to break at the when I get to the very end of this. Interesting. So I line it up so that my bottom piece and my sides are together. Got that? Okay, now it could be that if I leave this for a while, the board will loosen up a little bit and I'll be able to put it in all the way without cracking it. Now it appears that my board is moving outwards, so I'm going to push it a little more. There. Okay. This is so difficult with this camera case hanging off of it. And I will do this side. Cracked it there again. But as long as that's not going to matter,